Hi HoopYogini, or hello future HoopYogini practitioner. You know, I realized that you might have a question about what HoopYogini actually is. So this video will answer just that. HoopYogini is a holistic fitness practice that integrates hula hooping with Hatha yoga and mindfulness meditation. To be specific, I'm referring to adult hula hooping with an adult size hula hoop, which just so you know, size does matter. The taller and bigger you become, then that means that your hoop needs to follow in size and proportion. And when I say yoga, I'm referring to both Hatha yoga or Hatha yoga and Raja yoga. Hatha yoga being what we know as asana or postures, what the Western world primarily perceives as yoga. However, Hatha yoga means sun and moon and the combination of polarities through mastery of the physical body. Now, yoga as a royal path or a high path of meditation is a path that guides the practitioner to a quiet mental space, which then opens up the ability to connect with the one or oneness, the source of all creation and that which exists beyond the beyond. So the practice of yoga is the path to experience union and oneness, as well as yoga also defines the experience of this reconnection with bliss. Mindfulness meditation is the practice of being with what is. It is a moment-to-moment awareness focused on what's happening now, not just through a connection of the turnings of the mind or the turnings of thought, which is important because once you can observe those turnings, you realize that you are not those thoughts, you are not those turnings. But also mindfulness meditation incorporates an awareness of what's happening in your body and with your energy, with your emotions, and how your inner environment is relating to or reflected by your outer environment. So again, HoopYogini combines adult hula hooping or hula hooping with an adult size hoop, not just on the body, by the way, but also using the hoop in your hands as a resistance tool or strength building tool that supports your body's natural and organic gyroscopic movement. Yoga is the practice of physical mastery as well as the practice and experience of quieting the mental content, which gosh, wouldn't that be a relief, right? We all go around with all this chatter, but there's potency in a quieted mind. And finally, mindfulness meditation, the practice of being with what is. On a symbolic level, the hoop represents life and its changes, the wheel, the dance, right? The circular nature of nature. In this life, we can pretty much bet 100% on change. And so the hoop represents those changes, challenges, and cycles that life presents. And then there is the center, which we find in our centered pose through HoopYogini, which is where you root yourself in the center of your personal universe, in the center of yourself. It's from this center, the still point, that you learn how to observe the changes, the cycles, the fluctuations of life, the hoop. However, you realize that there is an ever-present stillness that allows you to witness. And when you drop into that stillness, and the more and more you return, just like the hoop goes around your body over and over, the more you return to your center over and over again, the less you're affected or in some cases afflicted by mental and emotional turnings and changes. So the hoop symbolically represents the dynamic movements of life, and then the center that we cultivate in our HoopYogini practice, and then the center that we return to over and over again represents that ever-pervasive still point wisdom seed that is available at any time. I designed HoopYogini from integrating my 20 years experience as a dancer, movement teacher, massage therapist, and yoga therapist. So it truly is holistic in its integration of yogic philosophy, anatomy, and also just joy, because to me dance represents joy. So that's really important for me to insert right now. There's this high technology that comes through yoga merged through this creative potential and spontaneous flow, joy, and grace that hula hooping and dancing offers. So together they're integrative, which is what yoga is about. It's about union and holism. As I mentioned, I developed HoopYogini from 20 years experience as a movement artist and therapist. And I've been teaching in yoga studios and gyms, schools for a really long time, which means I interact with what I call a general population audience. And that means a person coming to a class who may have had a rotator cuff injury, or who has sore knees or chronic lower back discomfort. And you could fit into that category. Maybe you experience regular chronic discomfort in your body, but perhaps you don't walk into a class and just tell your teacher that all at once. So HoopYogini was developed with the intention to help keep people safe in their practice while offering an expansive and transformational experience through the hoop. I briefly mentioned dance, so you again know this like technical aspect of hooping and HoopYogini and where it's coming from, but I want to touch on the joy of dance, which I connect with a feminine quality, similar to the hoop as a circle being a feminine, sensual shape, whereas yoga being representative of the masculine and of still point and being really steady and rooted. So dance, coming back to that, is this amazing opportunity to be free and to express oneself. And in HoopYogini, first there's the discipline of the structure. However, that structure builds strength, and that strength builds confidence, which allows the practitioner to confidently move through their hoop dance and in their life, organically expressing their inner radiance and their enthusiasm for this experience. So I hope that's given you a deeper understanding of HoopYogini, who it's for. If you want to receive some benefits, including how it's core strengthening, defines the waistline, gives full body tone, there is a full list of holistic benefits on hoopyogini.com/benefits. And just so you know, this program is doctor approved. I've shared this curriculum with several chiropractors and medical professionals. They've reviewed it, they've given their feedback, and they gave their thumbs up. So I hope you'll try it, and I hope you'll love it. Thanks for listening. Peace and love.